I'm Caleb Brooks with the AHSAA Radio Network. I'm in Troy, Alabama at the ALA BCA Top 120 Showcase, and I'm now joined by the Executive Director and President of the Alabama Baseball Coaches Association, Coach Barry Dean. And Coach, you've known my dad for a long time, and I've known you for a long time through that, and you've done such a good job of putting on this event, but where did the idea for this event really come from?
That's a good question. Back in 1999, I was on the committee with the Coach Association, and we were up there in Vestavia Hills meeting the legendary Sammy Dunn. Coach Dunn at Vestavia Hills won 9 state titles on the 6A level, the highest level of baseball at the time in Alabama, 9 state titles in 10 years. And he was on the committee, and our committee was meeting. I was just a part of the committee then and not over the association until a year later. But he was adamant about us having something, because at that time some showcases were going on, just starting, and they were pulling these players away, and guys were doing this and doing that, kind of feeding off all the players and making these showcases and making money. And Coach Dunn, who was very adamant, goes, we need to have something in our state to showcase our kids or let them be seen and blah, 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 and these outside people, won't be coming in maybe as much. I was kind of the guy who was young. I'm not as young now, of course, but I said, okay, and I was the only college coach on the committee. I was a young coach like at Troy State starting out and then a junior college coach. And I said, well, I'll go to Middle Tennessee. I said to myself, I'm going to go to Middle Tennessee State because they already do it. The Tennessee Baseball Coach Association hosted their All-Star event at Middle Tennessee State. And I knew the Middle Tennessee State coaches because they played us when we were at Troy, when I was at Troy. So I went up there and hung out for a couple days, and the TBCA did their event, their All-Star event. I hung out with Coach Jim McGuire, the assistant coach there, and other coaches I knew, college guys who all came to the event. And so I kind of did my thing as a college coach, but I was really there to bring it back to Alabama for our workouts the next year. And from that, I literally took their guideline, their layout of their games, and we did that at Birmingham Southern from 2000 to 2004, the years that we held it, the first years we held it. But 2000, the next year, I called Joe Mason, the legendary scout, and I had him go with me to help do the workouts. And we did 4 workouts: Huntsville, Birmingham, Montgomery, and Mobile. And kids had to stay in their region and go those workouts, and that's where it started.
And it's crazy to see how it started from that and what it has turned into. And you can't really say enough about Troy and what they do to host this event and really cater to what you guys want to do here.
They do. Troy University goes way back. I know Dr. Ralph Adams did everything he could to get students on this campus. You're going to go to Alabama and Auburn to watch football games. As a young high school, I did myself. You're going to go there to watch football games and see their campus. Overall, young high school students are not going to Troy. They're not going to Jacksonville State. They're not going to South Alabama, UAB, or Sanford overall to watch a football game. But in this state, everybody's Alabama or Auburn crazy. And Troy and them know that. The other schools know that. They're great, beautiful campuses, nice academic programs at these other schools, very good. But there's a way. Troy's always been very aggressive, from Dr. Ralph Adams to now Dr. Jack Hawkins, all these years of getting kids on this campus, whether it's band camp, basketball regionals, Special Olympics, anything they can do. At one time, the football All-Star game, AHSA came down there and they took it back to Montgomery. Anything Troy can do to get kids on their campus, they are very aggressive. Boys, girls state, they've been very aggressive, and when I knew that. So in 2004, after that 5th year at Birmingham Southern, we kind of put this out for bid. We kind of ran it a little more like a business when we're kind of doing it just as a total break-even thing. We said we're going to start making a little bit of money with this thing, and we put out for bid, and Birmingham Southern put a bid on it, but couldn't even touch Troy because they were so aggressive. And the support staff here is so phenomenal. Yes, I know Dr. Hawkins from way back when I was a graduate assistant here in 1991. I've kept touch with him and seen him all these years, and he's personal with everybody. But Dean Herb Reeves has been here as a student, as a resident assistant, and now as dean of students. I knew him personally back then. I had a dorm job when I was an graduate assistant baseball coach. So yeah, that played a factor of them getting the event, no matter who I am, but then I knew them as well. So they even, kind of my relationship with them helped it even come on board a little stronger. And Coach Bobby Pierce at the time was the head coach. Mark Smart was the assistant. Now Mark Smart is the head coach. They knew the value of it. And I had a parent right now from Hoover, just came through the gate this morning, a mom, talking to her, ma'am, how's it going? How's your son doing? Has he had a good time? I like sitting on the gate when I'm here to greet people, coaches and scouts and moms and dads, and see the players coming in. And she just said, we love it. And they're from Hoover. I mean, Hoover overall is not your Troy University destination.
Yeah.
It's probably Alabama, because Birmingham's a huge Alabama town. Maybe Auburn, maybe Samford, great academic school, faith-based, and these parents from Hoover love this place. And she said, "I love the campus of Troy." This is a mom from Hoover. She's never been here before. That's what Dr. Ralph Adams knew and Dr. Jack Calkins knew a long time ago. Get kids on this campus, high school kids especially, and it will sell. And that's their method behind their madness, and it works. And the kids who come here, all the 120 kids who come here, they're not all going to play college baseball. A lot of them may play junior college baseball or no baseball at all, and they've seen Troy's campus from the dining hall to the dorm, because we stay here and they eat here, and it's not travel ball where you go stay in the hotels and then drive on campus. They're walking dining hall, dorm to field. That's kind of my creation, kind of old baseball camp feel. And it sells. Or kids may go play junior college ball, not play four-year ball. They've seen this campus. Or they may not play ball at all. Or they sure they may come here and play baseball. But you got 120 kids here, possible future Troy student athletes or students.
And you know, Coach, you've been really everywhere. Each level of baseball, you've done something in. You've been a coach in high school, junior college 4-year. You've been an umpire in high school, junior college 4-year. I mean, you've been around and done a lot. What is it about baseball that just keeps you around it all the time and just loving it so much?
Well, you know, that's a good question. It's in my blood. Your dad can answer this the same as I can, because he's coached way longer than I coach, and he still has a passion for it. I've seen him coach in the last year. I've seen him play this past spring, and your dad still has a passion for it. And just seeing him coaching and dealing with the kids, and all these years he's done it, you think the fire would go out, but I still see it in him. And the fire's in me just because I loved coaching. I haven't coached since 2009 when I was at Lawson State as a head coach in Birmingham. But the deal, James Moody called me yesterday from Demopolis High School. I grew up with James in Montgomery as kids playing ball from 7 to 18. James called me. I was on the ladder taking the pictures of the kids here that I'll email to all the parents, team pictures, and the phone rings. I said, "What the heck is James?" He called me and said, "Man, you got a minute?" I said, "Yeah, I got a minute. I'm kind of tied up, but I got a minute." He goes, "One of their guys, pitchers, came to our unsigned senior workout that's free at AUM May 19th, this past May 19th. I had 12 junior college coaches there, and it was a free workout for the kids. If their kid, unsigned seniors, if their coach is a member, it's free, $25 if he's not. But they had 12 junior college coaches at one field, and AUM was there. It was their field. Marty Lovich was watching it. He said one of his pitchers signed from that event at Coastal Alabama in East, and it used to be Jeff Davis in Bruton. He wanted to call and tell me that. He was excited for the kid, but he was really excited for our association, because Coach Moody's been on our committee, just rolled off it a couple of years ago. And he's saying, you know, "Hey, Barry, great job of what y'all do. He's helped this kid get a scholarship." He was seen there, and he could have gone to another workout, this kid, but he went to one workout where we had 12 community college coaches there. And stuff like that is exciting. Micah Henderson came to our unsigned senior workout from Prattville High School 3 years ago. Frank Elliott from Wallace Community College in Selma signed him right there. And Micah was not going to come to that workout. I know his mom personally. The night before, she goes, "Son, just go. You got nothing to lose." He comes down, gets signed by Frank Elliott. Does good his 2 years at Selma. Played at AUM last year on scholarship, Coach Lovich. So those are things. Your dad loves winning area championships and state titles, and he ought to, and that's what keeps him going and impacting the kids. I know your dad, he coaches beyond the field. I know that. And then when I can do these events and bring college coaches together with high school kids, bring high school coaches to our convention along with college coaches in January. It's our 25th year coming up of our convention in January, 20th year doing this. And the guys who are meeting people, and you know, this event, so many coaches meet other coaches here, and our kids are obviously being seen for scholarships, and they're meeting other kids. But just when I see that, and the people will compliment me on those things, the impact it's having on the kids being here, the parents get great information Tuesday night at the banquet with the Division I, II, III, NEA, and junior college coaches talking about their level of academics and athletics. Great information being given out. Lou Thornton talks about getting the big leagues and getting his college degree. He's the AUM Wellness Center director now. The impact that Lou has with his talk, and it's just when I see people benefiting from that, that's why I do it. And I make a living doing it, a modest living, and I'm blessed by the Lord by being able to do that. But the impact of the greater, broader scope of people that I can touch with the people I'm bringing in and matching up is that's just very fulfilling for me. It's like winning a championship or when a kid has success at one of our events. And Craig Kimbrell was seen at our event. He'll tell you. Randy Putman saw him at our workout. Randy will tell you that at Wallace and Hansville, and Craig will tell you that. He said it publicly. I was seen at the ALA BCA workout, and that's where Coach Putman signed me. Donovan Hand received a 4-year scholarship. Was signed for all 4 years at Jack State from little bitty Hatton High School. He's on our website. Made it to the big leagues. He was seen from little old Hatton High School. He was seen. Coach Case signed him. Roy McKean never made it to the big leagues. Played at Trinity High School in Montgomery. But right the night before, Coach Woodle goes, man, you need to go to their workout. Just go. You got nothing to lose. He wasn't going to go. He was going to go to college for 4 years and just have a good time. Roy came to our workout, made it. Ole Miss saw him down here at our All-Star event. He played 4 years there at Ole Miss. I mean, those are life-changing things that would not have happened. And I hate to sound like, hey, it's just because of us. But in those situations, a lot of those were life-changing situations where they were not going to do it and they were going to go to school and just boom, boom, boom. Mike Henderson, Roy McKean, those are neat. The kid at Demopolis the other day, those are neat things that I'm honored, I'm humbled that I can just kind of bring those things together and have some success doing those.
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought up the unsigned showcase that you guys put on, because there's not only the kid you mentioned, there's numerous kids that I know that got signed from going to that event, and that's it's the stuff that you guys are able to put on that really benefits these kids. For people that don't know, what are some of the other things that the ALA BCA puts on that really does benefit not only the kids but the coaches and everywhere in baseball in this state?
I'll tell you this, the unsigned senior thing, like, it benefits also the high school coaches. Your dad, let's say the season's over at Benjamin Russell, and he's got 2 or 3, 1 kid, 2 kids, 3 kids that want to play college baseball but they haven't signed. Your dad can go, I don't have to call 3 or 4 schools and get these kids workouts. He can go to AUM, and there's 12 guys there because the ALA-BCA has got 12 JUCO guys there, community college coaches, and AUM, let's say 13 coaches sitting right there. I don't have to call everybody. Well, we publicize the mess out of it. So we're serving the coaches, and kids come from all around the state. I mean, why not drive if you're from Huntsville, if you're in Fort Payne, if you're in Mobile, if you're in Dothan, Demopolis, why not drive 2, 3, 4 hours to be in front of 13 college coaches for free? Burger and the gas money and the burger. So we work out the sophomores in junior college for free in the fall. Yeah. So that's my passion, the junior college guys, my level of coaching passion. But we'll have 9 schools from the south work out at AUM this fall, Monday, September 16th, whatever that Monday is, Tuesday the 17th, at Lawson State in Birmingham for the North schools 9. We'll have 120 to 130 sophomores. They're all invited, for all the community colleges. The coaches come with them. And we work them all out in front of 30 to 40 4-year college coaches, and some pro scouts come out there for that. That's free for the colleges, junior colleges, and the kids. And Chattahoochee Valley, Adam Thomas is on our website from Chattahoochee Valley. They've won 5 of the 6 state championships in the last 6 years. They've won 5 state titles in Alabama and gone to the World Series. He's got a dynasty going there. And he has said it that their midline, their top dogs get signed by the Division I schools from Chattahoochee Valley. But a lot of his midline guys who may not get scholarships, several have signed from our event. And that fall, just that one day, coaches see them. May not be a top Division I school, but your mid-level Division Is, your Division IIs, Division IIIs, NAIAs, they get on the guys right then. Adam has said that, and he's getting several of his guys, and other guys it helps too to be seen. So that's been a blessing that I can help those guys in that way, and our association can. We do a one-day showcase in August. We've done it for 10 years. December at one time, then the Division I rules became limited, and they couldn't go out in December, those coaches. But last year, like August 24th at Lawson State, we had over 30 college coaches there. It was a showcase. Kids paid. Now, we got to make a little money on this thing, but a PO paid $85. A pitcher position guy or dual guy or position guy only paid $110. We got 32 colleges there.
Yeah, and when you think that's a lot cheaper than travel baseball.
That's insane. I mean, you go to these places, I'm not saying don't play travel ball, but your bang for your buck, my goal is to over-deliver, to bring professionals in. I bug them and I call them and beg and plead, or sometimes I don't have to beg and plead, and they come to the events the college guys do, and some pro scouts, and that, like I said, that one day thing, we make some money for our association. Kids get a phenomenal deal at a one-day showcase. So that's another thing, and so they're and we do give out 4 scholarships, 3 $1,500 ones to be used during your freshman year in college, and 1 $2,000 one called the Joe Mason Scholarship. So he helped us so much with our workouts early on and evaluating the kids, and so You know, we do the Miracle League thing too. That's very passionate, and it has my heart incredibly. I do the dinner every year in Montgomery. This is separate from our other stuff, but we give money. We gave out over $20,000 to the 13 active Miracle Leagues, and then there's 7 cities raising money for Alex City being one of them. They're raising money to build Miracle League fields where the handicapped kids and adults in wheelchairs or crutches or mentally disabled and physically they're okay, but they play baseball. And I've gone to all 13 Miracle Leagues the last 3 years. I volunteer. I'm not a saint for doing that. I get way more blessings than I give when I go out there. But I get high schools and colleges to join me if they're able to, and I'll shoot video of them. We made a little video of that last year at our dinner, and we'll do it again this year. But had a lot of teams join me, and they do it on their own. Some of them, and I always urge them to go in their towns to do it on their own. But I'm proud of that, because when I get the other teams out there, or they go out there on their own, those dealing with the disabled kids and the disabled adults, man, I'm gonna tell you, it makes me very humbled to see that and the joy in their eyes. Those people do way more for me than I'll ever do for them. To see that and to make me thankful just for what I have, to be healthy. And I love getting the other teams to come join me, the coaches, and that's gone well a lot better this year when I called the coaches. I did a little earlier this year. I had 4 coaches like to join me for 2 games. I'd have 4 teams, and 2 the first game, they'd volunteer for a game and leave. Then the other 2 would volunteer, 1 for each team. And I had that a good bit. And if they were playing 2 games at the Miracle League that night, or if it was one game, I'd try to get 2 teams, 1 on each side. But that's even Troy here came on board because they've got turf field. They hosted the Troy Opening Night Miracle League on their field with a turf field. And then Troy's got their Miracle League field at their complex. But they blew it up. They had announcers going. Someone sang the national anthem live. Like a big league opening day, like they do opening day here. And the Troy players were all over it. You could just tell they were all into being with the kids and loving on them. And I came down for that. They did it last year too. And more of the parents were in the stands, and they were firing it. The joy you see in that. And I still went to the Troy Miracle League a couple weeks later, their actual field. But so a lot of that has kind of gotten me going even more, the humanistic part, and trying to pass that on to our kids and coaches in the state as well.
Well, Coach, I appreciate everything that you do here. You know, as a guy that played in this event and was a part of it, you know, it's a special place for all these kids to come to. They get to meet new kids. They get to see kids they already know, and it really is a great event. And you and your association does so much for baseball throughout the state. So as somebody that played baseball in the state, we appreciate everything that you guys do, and y'all do a great job of it. And I hope that this event continues to go for years and years and continues to help kids.
Well, we're working on it. Thank you for your compliments. Travel ball is a battle. It's a battle. Travel ball's very alive, very, very strong, and it's a battle to get some guys here. And we rely heavily on the high school coaches to pass our information on early in the spring. We reach out to travel ball guys too, but that's hurt this event some as far as the kids participating. I'm not saying don't play travel ball, but if the kids don't keep coming to this thing and coaches don't keep promoting, this event could easily go away, and that's just a reality. But we're working hard to work with the travel ball guys, have this thing midweek to stay away from travel ball, and respect that and know it's very popular. So Caleb, thank you for everything you're doing and promoting our sport throughout the state. That's good. That's a good thing.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Coach.